I need a new project, but I'm burnt out on building websites.
Ooh, you already know what to work on.
No, I'm not going back. That project will take months.
Ooh, but you know you want to.
No. No. No.
Leave me alone! Ah!
Akira!
When I first started learning programming, it was actually to create video games. However, eventually I got hungry and started learning web dev so that I had better prospects of getting a stable career. Now that I have that, I wanted to return to the medium that I liked so much.
Oh, I've missed you too.
At this point, I've only created 2D projects, mostly for game jams. So I started this one off by opening Godot and created my first 3D project. I started off by adding a character mesh. Since I know this is going to be an action game, using Godot's material system, I gave him a sword. I then started frantically typing on my keyboard, putting in equations and words and numbers until my boy can move and slide and jump and dash around.
Nice.
Also, for an action game, you need enemies, so I created a bean. 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 A bean, a bean, a bean, a bean, a bean, a bean. To keep the beans in a similar style, I use Godot's materials to add an outline to show that he is an angry bean.
Hey, fuck you, man!
Each of these enemies have a damageable node containing a damageable script where I store health values and tell the player colliders who can and cannot take damage. For the melee enemies, they get an attack area that as they wind up their attacks, a mesh instance will grow so that the player can dodge them a little bit easier. Before I got too lost in the sauce, I wanted to make sure I had a good outline as to how I wanted to structure the game. I've been playing a lot of roguelikes, and one that's been standing out to me recently is a game called Spell Disc. In this game, you fight waves of enemies. Once the wave is complete, you then ascend to the next floor. Before doing so, you get to spend your experience points on new weapons, items, and spell discs. The spell disc mechanic is by far the reason I'm showcasing this now. The way that the system works is you have your main attack input, but if the condition of the spell disc is met, the disc generates mana and fires the weapon that that disc is connected to. For example, I have a disc that generates mana every time an enemy is hit by a fire spell. That then fires off the weapon, and since that weapon is an ice-based attack, that also triggers my next disc that gains mana every time it's hit by any elemental spell. So I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Spell Disc. I locked down my progression system and my game loop. You will spawn into a room and fight the wave of enemies. You'll continue doing this until you find the exit gate, which will appear in one of 9 rooms on that floor. Once you ascend to the next floor, you will do that again until you hit the mini boss round. During this journey, you will obtain stat level ups, as well as gaining a new weapon every time you ascend. You'll do this until you reach the final floor, where you will fight the final boss. I wanted to ensure that players had an incentive to take the exit gate without feeling as though they were being punished for not going through and checking every single room on a floor.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa!
That's too damn bad!
I made it where you can only level up twice per floor, and you gain a level for completing every 2 rooms. So completing floor 1, you'll be at level 2, completing floor 2, you'll be at level 4, and so on and so forth. By the first mini boss, you'll complete 3 floors, and you'll gain 1 weapon on each floor, and you have the opportunity to find a challenge gate where you can also get an item where you'll get a significant power boost as well. Now that I've got that locked down, I started creating my first level. I didn't put a whole lot to it. I wanted to keep this pretty open based off of the player movement. The most important thing was ensuring that the room had 4 doors, an exit gate, as well as a challenge spawner. I wrote a random level generator script that takes an array of rooms that I created, and it'll pull a random room and put it on a 3x3 grid, giving us 9 rooms total per level. It then loops through each one of those rooms and assigns a random room, an exit gate, as well as a challenge gate. I wanted to send a build off to a couple of my friends so that they could let me know if what I had so far was fun, so that I can determine whether or not I will continue working on this project. This was the following feedback I received. Hey, so how did you like the game? Make them skate. What? Skate. A couple people mentioned that the way that the movement felt was sort of like I was skating. That gave me an idea. All of your movement will trigger some sort of a weapon. For example, jumping, creating an AoE on your jump spot, grinding, unleashing an AoE machine gun bullet around you. If you want to see how I did that, then go ahead and subscribe. And if you like the video, go ahead and leave it a like. I'm going to try and upload once a week. If there's anything that you guys would like to see, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. Here's a little showcase of the build that I sent them.